Mouseketeers. I hope y'all are having a magic day where y'all are, as I'm having a very hungry morning where I am. I'm actually out at the base. I just got done dropping Brenton off at day camp at church, and I'm headed in to have my blood work done. My thyroid check is due to make sure my medicine is working, and they were like, well, let's just go on ahead and just do your panel of blood work because you're due. So I have to have an empty stomach for it, and I'm hoping when I get in there they are not busy because I am hungry. I did bring a banana so I could eat it right after, and then when I get home, because it's still early morning, right when I get home I can finish eating the rest of my breakfast. So hopefully it's not busy. I'll let you know when I get back in the car. So let me head in there and get that done. Guys, I just had a Tinkerbell pixie dust moment. She must be floating around me today because I walked right in and got my blood drawn, and usually I take a number, they call you up and they do their little thing on their computer and then tell you to have a seat, and you have to wait for a lab tech to call you. This time I didn't even have to take a number. There was one person sitting down. I did not have to take a number, and I checked in and she literally called me up. It couldn't even been 30 seconds, and I went right in, got my labs done, and walked right back out. I think the whole process maybe took 5 minutes at the most. So that was pretty awesome. I don't know if it's like that on every Wednesday, but this particular Wednesday it was. So I'm going to eat my banana, and then I'm going to head home and finish out the rest of my breakfast. And I want to work on my fitness planner that Dan got me. I'll show you that also. So let me head home real quick. So guys, just before I get ready to show you the planner organizational thing that Dan picked up at Costco's for me, I had to show you this. Some of you could probably appreciate this, but I have been using my Yankee candles this summer, and I bought these last year when they were on clearance, but I got the lemon lavender, and as you can see, it's almost down to the bottom. And I got the vanilla lime one as well, which is right there. It's almost down to the bottom. But today when I got home, I don't know what it was, but I felt like I was more in the fall kind of scent mood, if that makes any sense. So I broke out one of my fall scents, and I have on today, are you ready for this? I know it's summer, okay? But I broke out my pumpkin pie one right there. And it's new, I hadn't used it, and I just lit it today, but it smells like pumpkin pie. It smells good. Okay, so I also plan on in my wax melts, because I always save my candles when they get down to the bare bottom, because I like to break it off. I talked about that before, how I like to put them in my wax melts. And as you can see, I used this one last year and it was almost down to the bare bottom. So I went out in the garage, grabbed one of Dan's tools, and I kind of broke it apart. And I'm going to put it in my wax melts here in a little bit. And then I'll have a pumpkin pie, pumpkin wreath scent going on in my house today. But anyway, at the beginning of the year, Dan went to Costco's and he saw these planners, and he picked one up for me and he picked up one for his mom, and she loves hers. We got it for her, and when she came to watch the kids while we were in Disney, she put her whole planner together. But Dan knows me well enough to know that I like to have, my planners and my journals. And one of the things that I definitely always have is a health and wellness planner. And that is where it's just strictly my personal planner for me, for my workouts, for my health and wellness goals. And even though I use the MyFitnessPal app on my phone, I still journal what I write on a daily basis. And it just allows me to keep track of what I'm doing, if I'm doing something right, if I'm doing something wrong, and it just kind of helps me keep track of that sort of stuff as it applies to my personal health and wellness. Anyway, I usually plan that as it gets closer to school, because when the kids start back at school, I get more in a routine and a more, you know, regiment. So I usually dig into a new health and wellness planner July. That way it's ready to go when August rolls around. But this time around, I need to get it done before July because I am going to be taking an extra class at the gym where I work as far as teaching it, because one of our instructors is moving and I'm going to fill her morning slot for her. So I'm going to be picking up an extra day, and I need to make sure that I have this planner ready to go starting July, because it's gonna affect my personal program as it applies to my health and wellness, you know, routine and rituals and stuff. So Dan picked this up at Costco's. If you're interested, it is a Create 365, and oh my goodness, guys, look at this. I don't know if y'all can see that, but you get so much stuff in here, and I'm just gonna read off what you get. So it includes a 24-month planner. So it actually started January 2017 to December 2018. And then you get 2 pocket folders, 1 elastic band, 2 list pads, 20 sheets of lined paper, 5 rolls of washi tape, 12 sticker sheets, and 20 sheets of graph paper, and 3 pens. I'm like, oh my magical word. You're gonna be able to do a lot with this. So I'm gonna be opening this today so I can get started on planning my whole, my own personal workout routines and stuff, just because I want to have it ready to go before I start permanently teaching on my new schedule starting in July. So I'm going to work on that today, and I'm going to make some lemon water really quick. I have like this really big jug that I usually put over here, especially in the summer months, and I fill it up with ice and water, and I slice up lemon or lime and I put that in there, and it's just, I don't know, it's just really refreshing. And not only that, it also helps encourage the boys to drink more water. And Dan likes a cool drink when he comes home from work, especially in the summer. So I'm gonna whip that together really quick, and I'll show you how that looks when I'm done. So guys, here is the lemon lime water that I make. I'm more prone to make this in the summer or spring and summer than I am in fall and winter, but I just have one of these jugs that I fill up, and I think I've talked about it before on my channel. I got inspired by the hotel that we stayed at in New York. They had this in the lobby, but I just cut up limes or lemons. So today I'm using lemons. Sometimes I use limes and lemons. I've been known to put a little bit of orange in here and even some grapefruit sometimes. But like I said, the kids are just prone to drink more water when I do it this way, and it's just refreshing, and it's constantly cold, and it's good. And then I always fill this up. So during the summer and spring, I'm more into my infusion water. It's where you can put fruit at the bottom. Sometimes I put frozen berries in there, but I've talked about this on my channel too. But I kind of drink my water out of these in the summer. So I just kind of fill them up here. But yeah, that's what I do. So I'm going to go work on my planner real quick. So guys, I'm on my way to go teach my afternoon class. It is a little warm outside, and hopefully my students will appreciate the fact that I'm going to make them go outside and do a mile. I'll find out when I get there, and I inform them that we're going outside and we're doing a mile. I don't require them to run. Running is always an option for them because I know some of them are not runners. But so I don't care if they walk it, I don't care if they run it, but they got to get their mile in. So hopefully they'll be okay with that, because it is a warm day, and it's not, you know, really humid. It's just a warm day. So we'll see how they take the news when I get there. And I don't know if I mentioned it earlier or not, guys, but my mother-in-law is coming tomorrow, and we are going to use the sewing machine, and I'm excited about learning some basic techniques from her. Like I said in my last video vlog, when I showed y'all the sewing machine, I'm just so grateful that I have a mother-in-law that knows how to sew and knows how to use one. But I also wanted to thank y'all guys for all the words of encouragement. I read your comments, and y'all were so encouraging with all the positivity about taking that step forward. And some of you even shared, you know, your fears when you first got your sewing machine, or when you started, you know, sewing. And Michelle from Way Too Sun, she is just gonna be getting a sewing machine. She mentioned in one of my the comments, and she's like, I'm nervous too. So it's kind of like we're like in the exact same boat at the same time. So I love her YouTube channel. She's got a great channel if you ever want to check it out. It's called Way Too Sun, and she's a Disney lover too. So, but she's getting a sewing machine too, and she's a little nervous like I am. But I'm looking forward to my mother-in-law coming over tomorrow. I don't know if she's gonna be there when I get home, or I'll beat her home. I don't know. I have to teach in the morning, so she will either already be at the house, or I will get home before her. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go teach, and I'm gonna go home. And oh, I finished the planner, so I got it all done. I'm excited about it. I actually started my food logging today in it, even though it's not quite July, but I'm really excited about that. I completed that task, and the other task that I had to do today was I had to finally totally switch out my fall winter wardrobe with all my summer. I had only brought up some of my summer stuff. I hadn't totally brought up everything, but today I did. And Dan was like, that's so weird that I brought all the stuff up last night, and even, you know, the clothes that I keep in storage containers down in the basement. And Dan goes, it's so weird that you're doing that tonight, seeing how today is the first day of summer. And that was on Tuesday. And I was like, I didn't even realize it was the first day of summer. He's like, yeah. So I had to finish all that up and organize winter and fall down in the basement, and organize summer up in our master closet. So I was glad to get that done. So I kind of multitasked today, and now I'm gonna go teach a whole bunch of hopefully energetic people, because I'm pretty energetic right now myself. So I will catch y'all in a little bit later. So y'all will either see me later on or in the morning. So we'll see. So guys, I learned a few things about the sewing machine today. My mother-in-law is outside right now, but she helped me, she taught me how to do a bow. So it's not perfect. My mother-in-law sewed this one, but I now know how to do a bow. I did kind of like a practice ear. It's not perfect, but I now know how to thread my machine. I know how to do my bobbin, and I know how to sew a straight line. So I'm very excited about that. And I feel pretty confident. Here, let me turn the camera around. I feel pretty confident as far as threading the sewing machine, doing the bobbing, and sewing a straight line. I feel pretty confident about that. So I'm going to continue to attempt to do different projects with the sewing machine. And my mother-in-law's right over there. Do you want to say hi?
Oh.
This is the lady who helped me. Right over there. There's my mother-in-law. So thank goodness she knew what she was doing, and she fell in love with the sewing machine. Then I asked her, do you want one? Because it's got so many buttons on it. She was a little overwhelmed with the buttons too, but thank goodness
we figured a lot of it.
She figured out a lot of it fast. So anyway, Dan is grilling, and we're gonna eat some dinner here in a little bit. So I will talk to y'all later. I'm bob and thread, guys, and I'm doing it all by myself. This is an exciting, magical moment for me. So guys, I want to go on ahead and close out this vlog with y'all. I'm sorry I didn't finish vlogging the other night, but after Dan got done grilling and we ate, we just kind of wanted to spend a little time with his parents because we had not seen them since Easter. But what I will say is that I'm definitely getting used to this sewing machine. I'll show you two things that I made for the first time by myself. I'll probably post the two bows to social media before you see this video, but I did try to experiment making two bows, and I kind of learned some things through trial and error. And one thing I learned is to be very, very patient with myself, and that this is a process and it's going to take some time for me. Another thing I learned too is that I really need to practice foot pressure with this little foot pedal here, because I have to be mindful that too much pressure, that needle and sewing machine just goes zip, you know, so I need to really focus on how to control this a little bit better. What I've learned is that once I become more and more familiar with the speed of this pedal, I will become more accustomed to it. So that just takes some time. So I did make two bows. I made one without any stuffing and then the other one. And I don't plan on wearing these in my hair, guys. These are just kind of like first time, you know, practice. But I tried to do, so this one I did, okay? And I sewed this one. And I tried to, and this is gonna take practice. I tried, when I did it, I was trying to get it more of a circled on each side. As you can see, it kind of came out more square. And I'm gonna have to learn how to be able to turn my fabric at the same time it's sewing. And I know that's all about practice and technique, and eventually I'll get there. I just have to be patient with myself. So I went on ahead and made this little one right here, and then there's the back of it. And like I said, you can see like right here where it turns, it was supposed to come like this, more of a, you know, and it just didn't, but there that is. And then the last one I made is a super puffy bow, and I'll show you what really worked on my nerves. So here's this one, okay, and then there's the other side right there. And this drove me crazy. I don't know, so that's how my seam looks. I was very happy with getting it going up, down, and getting, you know, the two pieces to really connect. But that just drives me crazy. That little white thing there, it's like nutso. So what I learned about this, and my mother-in-law said I did have an option, but I think I came up with another one. See, I sewed this seam shut, and yes, I know it's white thread and pink would be better, but anyway, I sewed this seam shut like this, and as you can see, it pokes out. One of the things that she said that I could do was, you know, to seal it manually, put some pins in there and manually sew that. And that's an option, okay, to where I can really hide that. But here's the thing that I thought I would do. So when I go to make another one of these, leave my seam open here, like in this area. So then that way I could stuff it. And then after I stuff it, I can still sew it, but then my ribbon that goes around here will hide it, and then you won't be able to see it. So I'm going to attempt to do that next time, but there's that little bow. So these are the first two things I've ever sewn on this sewing machine. And yeah, I was like, wow, okay. But like I said, I don't plan on wearing these. I just wanted to see, you know, check it out. What I will do is definitely save these as a reminder of my very first two pieces that I ever sewed. So yeah, there's that. And that's it for this vlog, guys. I did want to pass a Life in Disney news nugget off to y'all. So next week is the 4th of July. Next Tuesday is 4th of July. So happy 4th of July to all my viewers that live in the United States. And if you're an American and you live abroad, happy 4th of July to you too. But next week, you will not have a video for me, which will be July 5th. There will be no video on Wednesday. And there will be no video, Disney video next Friday, which would be July 7th. I am taking the week off, guys, there. You'll get a video this Friday, okay? You'll get a Disney video, but next week you will not be getting any Life in Disney videos. I'm sorry, but just taking a little week off, so hopefully y'all understand. So guys, if you're not already a Life in Disney Mouseketeer, feel free to hit that little subscribe button down below. We love having more and more Mouseketeers on board, and if you are a Life in Disney Mouseketeers, hi guys, thank you so much for all the encouraging words that you have shown towards me with the purchase of the sewing machine, whether you've left a comment on the last video or just contacting me through social media. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me that y'all reached out to me. So till next time, guys, y'all take care. Y'all have a magical day and a magical week, and I will see y'all later, Mouseketeers. Bye.